Hey there, my name is Lisa, and welcome to Manifestation and Meaning Making 101. This is really for if you're just beginning your wellness journey and you're like, what is manifestation? What is that thing that I hear all the time on social media, or maybe your friends are beginning to say, I'm manifesting. What is manifestation? And we're going to break that down, whether you're a skeptic, you're just beginning your journey, you're into the woo crystalness of it all, or you may just have no idea where to begin. This is the video for you to kind of get grounded. What is manifestation? I feel after now teaching manifestation for close to a decade, manifestation is one of the most misunderstood wellness practices. A lot of the times we think manifestation is, I'm going to think something into existence. I'm going to sit and photosynthesize and think a dream villa somewhere, the dream job. I'm going to think that into existence. And that is where I feel manifestation gets misunderstood, misused, and we're going to talk a little bit about that for the two other videos that I have planned. But this is when we get a little lost in translation to manifestation. So I'm going to share with you my definition of what manifestation is. At its core, manifestation just simply means to show for something. For example, the budding flowers in the snow show manifestation or are the manifestations of spring. Or there's something being created over a long period of time. And that's something you don't hear a lot. You don't hear a lot that these things take time. It's usually this idea of, no, we're just going to think $1 million into existence and we're going to get it tomorrow. And I think manifestation is more of a journey. And that's what we miss a lot. Manifesting is just the word to show for something. Now I have something to show for all the hard work that I put in, something you wish to embody, something you wish to have in your life over a period of time. And then eventually, like the buds of spring, it shows up. And the practice of manifestation can include visualization, affirmations, embodiment work, vision boards, all of the above. But I'll tell you what manifestation practices aren't. They aren't bypassing, and we're going to talk a little bit about that later. They aren't victim blaming. They aren't pretending to be positive 24/7. And they aren't ignoring real pain and struggles that we go through when we choose to go on the journey. It also doesn't ignore the healing work that we may need to dive into as we go on into the journey. This practice is about planting the seeds and participating on a journey that comes with a lot of inner growth. And what neuroscience has discovered, or what psychology is theorizing, is that when we start to embody the things we wish to attract, all of a sudden our whole perspective and environment changes. And that's kind of that magic you'll hear around manifesting and just kind of bringing it down to a little bit of the reality. It is that deep energy around embodying. And then once you embody, slowly realizing the energy that isn't in alignment with what you're trying to cultivate and what you're trying to create. So that is behavioral priming, and that is something that happens in manifesting all the time. And some people may say, oh, that means you're manifesting correctly. And the reality is a little bit, yes, there is a little bit of truth in that. Even though I feel like there's no right or wrong way to manifest, which we'll get into the next video. But I truly feel that when we start to say, I only want, kind, non-judgmental people in my life, balanced people, empathetic, and yes, maybe someone who brings me flowers once a week or, enjoys these certain excursions with me. All of a sudden, you start to realize what doesn't fit, and you start to see the opportunities and the people in your life that maybe you were hanging out with someone all the time, and then you realize, wait a minute, this person embodies everything. And that's the beauty of getting clear on your intention, because when you zero in as a human being on what you truly want, it allows you to ignore all the other noise. And that's a huge part of a manifestation practice. I love a good amount of skepticism because skepticism keeps things real and grounded and keeps you safe. So we want that skepticism. That being said, because of behavioral priming, we know that there is a magic to it, but we also know that there is a science to it and a logic to it of grounding down and focusing and embodying and people seeing that very clearly. The things that are the unexplained, so the coincidences in manifestation, or what I like to call synchronicities, that's the stuff that science and I don't even know. And you may experience that in manifestation. You may experience, back to the example of manifesting that greatest love, running into someone that fits your profile randomly one day at a subway station stop or a bus stop. You may experience the magic of, wait a minute. This feels like it just manifested out of thin air. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And the reality is, already our world is very magical. The fact that I'm here right now and you're watching this video, the fact that this earth and this planet and this universe is what it is already a very magical thing. So when coincidences, or what I like to call synchronicities, happen, and what I mean by synchronicities are these unexplained coincidences that are so in sync with what we are trying to manifest. It is a synchronicity that is coming up. And I can't explain synchronicities. They happen in manifestation. No one can explain them. But you know what? Maybe they're not meant to be understood. And maybe synchronicities don't mean that you're doing manifestation right or wrong. Maybe they, just like embodiment, just like behavioral priming, they're a part of the journey too. And we can just let the magic happen, however it needs to happen, whether it makes the most sense and it's logical, or it doesn't make any sense at all. And we put an intention out there and it's like we received something back immediately. And it's, I don't know how, I don't know why, right place, right time, magic, coincidence, serendipitous moment. And that's beautiful too. So we do have those both sides of manifestation. Outcomes, desiring something in life, and then actively participate on the journey of, how do I cultivate this? How do I create it? While also balancing a little bit of unexplained magic, a little bit of logic, and a willingness to go on the journey. That's it. That's really what manifestation is. It's very simple, and the practice is way more challenging. So in the next video, I'm going to explain the next question, which is, if I am setting my intentions and I'm participating in the journey and I'm putting myself out there, why isn't my manifestation working? So we're going to talk about that in the next video. But if you're just curious to my definition of what manifestation is, or the explanation of what manifestation is, then that it is. Must wait, scratch that. Then there you have it, my friend. So thank you so much for joining me. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.